Hi, hello. My name is Bruno from the company Arundo Power. My company is located in Hong Kong. Why I choose Hong Kong as a follow base? Because it's very close to Shenzhen, and Shenzhen in China mainland is very famous for anything regarding to electronics. Basically, 90% of all the electronics are made there. Today I want to talk about the lighting business. You know, the goal of this short video session, which is less than 10 minutes, will be about the opportunities which are still in the lighting business. Hi, thank you for joining this channel. Before I give the feedback about the market analysis that we did, I first want to talk a little bit about Arundo Power, what we do. We focus, in fact, on three main businesses: the stadium lighting, the street lighting, and also the industrial lighting. In fact, all these three kind of segments in the industry of the lighting business are approached in a completely other way. So I need to tell you more about this in detail later on. First of all, I want to tell about the analysis that we did with Arundo Power. We see a lot of opportunities in the market, and the first thing which is commonly made as mistake is that there is a shortness in knowledge. So that's number one. Shortness of product knowledge. You know, price is not always number one in the list. I think there are other topics which are much more important. If we look at the sales process, we have to approach first of all the affiliator, which is like the technical guy, the person who gets the dossier on his desk and needs to study it and make an analysis. The next step will be that the decision maker will put the pocket money on the table. But let's talk first about this affiliator. We see that the affiliator has a shortness of knowledge because he's not commonly used to deal with lighting projects. So we need to educate him. The first and most important thing is that we need to explain him about lighting efficiency. It's not the power of the light which is counting, but it's the lumen per watt. Because the lumen per watt will give you lumen from a fixture. And effectively, if you look, the lumen from the fixture on the field or on any object will give you the lux level. So it's very important that the lumen which is coming from the fixture will be directed exactly to the project or to the object you want to light up. Next to the lighting efficiency, we also need to consider the light quality. There is the CCT, there is the CRI, and there is also the glare effect. Depending on the position of the light, we have to make a decision regarding to the CCT. Is it cold white or warm white? And also the CRI is important, the color rendering index. So depending on the situation, you need to choose a higher CRI, of course. Also important is the glare. In fact, LED is a point source. And if you put all these points together, you get a very intense light source. So it's very important to control this blinding effect, because otherwise it will be very annoying for the end user. There is also a lot about the lifetime of LED. Some people say it lasts 30,000, 50,000, even 100,000 hours. It's very important to study the temperature and other factors to determine the real lifetime. We will talk more about this in our next videos. Second, on what base is a decision made? Finally, the decision maker gets the dossier from the affiliator on his desk with a technical solution. But as you know, it's always the case that the decision maker has a limited budget. So he will look at the payback time, or ROI. ROI stands for return on investment and is calculated as follows. The return on investment is the division from the investment minus the single return divided by the savings of the installation. So the higher the savings are of the installation, the shorter the ROI will be. It's in our best interest, of course, that the efficiency is very high. And that's why with Arundo Power, we focus on a very high efficiency for each and individual fixture. That's why we made our own LED package, which is the highest efficiency in the world. Let's look at the graphs. If we look at the graph, you will find on the horizontal axis the timeline and on the vertical axis the investment. So if you have a product A with a certain investment and a product B with a higher investment, but product B gives a shorter return on investment, a shorter payback, then probably you will be able to convince a decision maker to choose product B, even the cost is a little bit higher than product A. The rule of thumb is that an investment less than 3 years will normally be no discussion for any company. If the return on investment is lower than 2 years, of course this looks already a lot more interesting, and it will depend a lot on the number of hours that the lighting is used and also the cost of the energy in a certain region. If it is less than 1 year, well, I don't think any healthy company will have any problems to do this investment. In fact, they will ask you why you didn't come earlier to see them. Point number 3, market approach. We with Arundo Power are looking for partners and not for the end projects. So we need to support you to find these projects. And next to that, we also need to give you full support. Therefore, we made an online library with the catalog where you can replace our logo with your logo. Also, we offer you project pictures, we offer you product pictures, the IES files to do your own light studies. We give you the certificates and so on. Another part of our service is that we make the light studies for you, because as you know, for example, for a stadium light, a light study is not so easy in the beginning. So this takes a little bit of expertise. 4, last but not least, the old sales channel stopped. You have to admit, 2020 was and is a challenging year. A year with a lot of changes, and so should we. You know, before we could go to visit an exhibition, or we could be on the exhibition to show our product, or we could simply take the phone, do a cold calling and make an appointment to physically show our product. Nowadays this is almost impossible. So we need to adapt. We with Arundo Power, we studied the digital nomads, people who live online, people who sell online all the time. We studied their techniques, their tips and tricks to find the leads, to convert these leads into an opportunity, and finally also convert it into a sale. We condensed all this information into a video that we want to share with you. A little bit the sales strategy from Arundo Power Online. It is very important for us to create a win-win with you as partner. So let's connect. We really are interested to hear your thoughts. We with Arundo Power believe that with a lot of technical expertise and together with a professional sales team, we can convince any customer. That's why we want you to join our team.